So, should we get started? Let's start the modifications on my BMW M140i. Welcome everyone back to another video. Now today's video is going to be a modification video for the first modification video on my BMW M140i. Now it turns out it's actually the next day since I washed the car, because I ended up washing the car, running out of time and had to start work. So now it is the next day. And I've got all the modifications and stuff over there that we're going to do. I also went to Halfords and bought coolant to fill up the car, because I know these things can drink a bit of coolant, so I've got some coolant to top that up, because it is ever so slightly low. And I've also gone out and bought a touch-up pen, because down here there is, can you see that? You probably won't be able to tell on camera, but there's like one stone chip there, a little one there, and there's another one somewhere else. So what I've done is I bought like a repair kit, like a little dipstick kind of thing, so I'll be able to fill those in so they won't stick out like a sore thumb. So I'll do that off camera as well. So just before we get into the video, I just want to give a massive shout out to Cartoon My Ride for sponsoring today's video. So I got a message on Instagram probably about a week ago now, and they said, we would like to sponsor one of your videos if you're interested. And I said, oh yeah, that'd be great. And I had a look at their page and everything like that, and their work was incredible. So I was like, I'm quite happy for you to sponsor a video. So they said, what we'll do is we'll send you out a picture of your car. So obviously I gave them a picture I like to be created into a cartoon, and have a look at this. Let me just put this between my legs a minute. Look at that. How amazing is that? So me and Dad went down to have like a photo shoot just before I sold my old car. So I gave them this photo to do, and literally the detail is unreal. Honestly, I was like, that is incredible. So what they did is they actually gave me a digital copy as well. So Dad has got the digital copy at his work on his like works computer as like a background. But yeah, honestly, it is so cool. So they actually offer different services. So one service they offer is just a digital version. So they'll obviously create you the cartoon version of your vehicle, or even they do pets and all different things, but we'll get into that in a moment. But they'll give you the digital version in like a high quality resolution picture to your emails or whatever they do. And what you can then do is you can use it as your wallpaper, your desktop, that kind of thing. But also they can print it out for you. And I do believe they put it in a frame, but I'll have to check that, and I'll put it on screen if they do. But yeah, so essentially they will print it out in really high quality paper and send it to you in a frame, all kind of wrapped up really nicely. Honestly, the packaging was really nice. Now they don't just do cars, they also do people, they do like pets, they do boats, they do bikes, I suppose any sort of vehicle at all. Like if you wanted a bus, I'm sure they'll be able to do a bus. But yeah, just look at that, how crazy is that? And one last thing I must mention, you can choose to have just a plain white background or like a gradient, so you can have like a pink into a black or a white into a black, whatever. So essentially they can basically do it all. So I can imagine you guys like your pride and joys, hence why you're watching this video. So if you do like your pride and joys, go get a picture of it, maybe for like Father's Day, which is coming up soon. I think it's coming up soon anyway. Father's Day, your dad's birthday, I don't know, your mum's birthday, I don't know. If someone in your household likes cars, get in contact with Cartoon My Ride. I'll leave all links and stuff in the description down below, and their Instagram stuff. Get in contact with them and get a picture made up. Honestly, this thing is so cool. I'm so happy they sponsored the video. Like, having companies that are generally really good and obviously related to the channel sponsor my videos is just incredible. So once again, a massive thank you to Cartoon My Ride for sponsoring this video. Without further ado, let's get into some of the modifications. Now, I must just say, I've come inside because it's really windy, but I must just say these modifications aren't the most exciting ones, because I don't want to start off with some really cool modifications, because obviously I kind of want to build it up a little bit and build the suspense kind of thing. I don't want to just put splitters on it, body kit and that kind of thing straight away. So we're going to start off with the small modifications and obviously build our way up. So the first video is going to be kind of modifications I already had on my old car, and we're just going to be transferring onto the new car, but definitely worth a watch. So if you haven't already, make sure you leave a like, rating and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So if you guys can remember my old car, which I can imagine you have watched my old series, but if you haven't, and if you're new, I did actually upgrade these lights to LED ones, which I've got here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these ones out. It doesn't require you to take the battery out or anything like that. You literally just pry out the old lights and we'll put the new ones in. And honestly, on my old car, these look so much better. So if you want to go check these out, Nor on Instagram, who used to have an M2 and also used to have a 140. He's fairly known on YouTube through like different content creators, so definitely hit him up. I'll leave links and stuff in the description. But let's quickly change these out. All you need is literally just like a pry tool, go like that, flick it out, put the new one in, as simple as that. So that is the old one out, and let's put the new one in, and then we'll quickly check it as well. So we'll whack that in there. There you go, clip that on, and then we go put the lights on. In fact, I should be able to do it from my key. Yep, there we go. Look how much better that is. Like, I don't know if you can tell. Let me just put it in and I'll show you. So I mean, even on camera, you can tell how much better the new ones are. So when I've got my plates on that on there, it will just look so much better at night. Super happy with that. So let's quickly do the other one. So there we have it, the box is going. So there we have it, those are the old ones, and if you have a look up here, unlock it, those are the new ones, much brighter, they just look way better. And I know some of you guys won't class these as modifications, but if you're changing the vehicle from when it was stock, it's classed as modification, so technically it is a modification. But yeah, like stuff like this, it's not really modifications, it's just improving what was already there, and that's kind of what I want to do with this car, improve what's already there and then make other bits better. But yeah, let's go on to the next mod. So I know this next modification is going to be a kind of a, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. But if you can remember my last car, I had black covers over these. So obviously we've got 4 now. So Slink mods have kindly sent me out, here, they've kindly sent me out a load of covers. So if we take them out here, there should be 4 covers in here. Yeah, there's 2, and there's another 2. So essentially, if we get one out, so there you go, that's kind of what they look like, and they sit over there like that. They're going to look really good with this colour, because obviously it'll be red and black, and that is my theme, so that is going to look lovely. So let's get those installed. So there we go, those are installed. I've got one on each door, so they're looking quite smart. Obviously it's just a subtle small mod, but it just helps with the whole dechroming stage. So now that's kind of dechromed, we can get on with the other bits, but those are just little things I wanted to start off with. So if you want to buy some of those door lock covers yourself, Slink Mods is who you can go to. So they actually sent these out kindly for a video, which is really nice. You might actually hear the word Slink Mods quite a lot in future videos, because they've literally hooked me up with so much stuff in my car, and also Ollie's car, who we're going to do videos on soon, they've also hooked me up with loads of bits for that as well. So honestly, I couldn't thank them enough. They basically supplied me with like 80% of my modifications to my car. It's mental. So the next kind of mod we're going to be doing is installing new pedal covers. So Slink Mods, yet again, you're going to hear this word quite a lot. Slink Mods have sent me out some pedals. Obviously it's all automatics, they sent me out 3 pedals. So what we'll do first, we'll quickly just take this mat out in a minute, so it's out of our way. And then with this, so with the centre pedal, it literally just slides over the top, so you've got to remove that one, and then this will go over the top. The accelerator pedal is literally the easiest one. It literally, like my old car, it just slid right over the top. But we'll clean it anyway, but it literally just slides over the top like that. So we'll do that in a second. And then also we've got the footrest as well. So I've literally just grabbed some multi-purpose cleaner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some over the pedals, and I'm going to give them a bit of a clean, so it gives it a nice surface for them to sit on. So that's that one. Then for this one, we'll literally just take this cover off. Somehow it does come off, it's just a little bit tight, and literally that is it. So that's the old one off. So there we have it, that is all now prepared for the new pedals. So I've cleaned the footrest, I've taken this pedal off, and I've just cleaned that one as well. Even though we're covering it, it just still feels good to do that. So this one literally slides over the top like that and pushes down, and that's that installed. Literally as simple as that. It's got a nice hug on there, that isn't going anywhere. Nice and solid that is. That's literally that one done. Next up is the footrest. Now on the footrest it comes with just some sticky tape on the back. Peel it off. So there we go, I've got the sticky off now. I managed to get it off. I used a bit of a knife just to get a bit of an edge on it. Get the bottom, match the bottom up like that. Rest that over like that, and give it a good push. So that's the footrest installed. We will give it a proper push down in a minute once we've done the other one. And the other one is literally just a cover like that, and it goes over like that. So this can be a little bit tight, so do bear with me. it can be a little bit tight. And there we go, it's as simple as that. So we'll put the mat back in. I'm aware that it does need it needs a hoover, but we'll put that back in anyway. Once again, a massive shout out to Slink mods. I'll leave all the links in the description down below. You can use my 10% off code, and also if you just go on their website via my link, I think that'll work as well. But yeah, definitely use my 10% off code to get 10% off the pedals. So if you're a fan of the channel, you might know what's coming up next, what modification I'm doing. So on my last car, I actually had a red stop start button like that, and obviously everything's the same on this car. So what we'll do now is we'll take this old one out and we'll replace it with the new one. This is a really quite simple process, really. I remember when I first did it, I was a little bit, not scared, but I was like, oh, I don't want to touch the, obviously like the electrics and all that. But honestly, it's nothing to worry about. So I've just quickly gone and grabbed a card a second, because essentially you need to work it on both sides. So if we put the prying tool in one side, there we go, and that is that. Literally as simple as that. Gently put it out. There we go, and just don't lose that, because obviously you won't be able to start your car. And then essentially you just get this control unit here, and you literally just use the prying tool. Hopefully you can see that. And on the edge, there's actually like little clips like that. You're just trying to lift those up like that, and just work on all of them. And there we go. So that basically pops off, and you don't need this bit here. So essentially you don't need that bit there, so just leave that there, and then you basically get presented with that. So essentially now the button is literally just like a really loose button. So what you want to do, it's going to sound really bad, but you want to grab a knife. So I'll quickly go grab a knife, and obviously just be careful, because obviously it's a knife, but inside there's two little pins that you need to kind of pry out, and those are the pins that essentially are those. Can you see the pins on there? There's two pins on there like that, and those are the ones that inside here you're trying to kind of. I just lost my button. Oh no, I just lost the button down the seat. Oh, I'll find it in a minute. But anyway, yeah, so you want to pry off those two little things, but you're going to need a really sharp knife, so do be careful, and just essentially push them both out. They kind of don't want to move, so you got to be like careful with it, because you don't want to snap them either. And there we go. After using two tools, you kind of have to like do both at one time. You might have to use two people, because it is very finicky. It took me about 5 minutes just to get that out. But yeah, essentially just kind of, you got to squeeze the two clips and push out, but it's really awkward to get both at the same time. But now that is out, we'll put the tool down there. That's the black one. We'll keep that just in case obviously I get a new car down the line, and we can put it back in like my old car. And the new start button is here somewhere. Yeah, so the new start button is here. So if we put that in there like that, push it in, you should feel it kind of click. And what we'll then do is we'll get the knife and just make sure they're on the latches. So you just kind of like move them onto it. That's that one, that's that one. So there you go, that is the new one on. It's a shame really I haven't got two people today, so I can actually show you what I'm doing. But essentially that is now done. So what we'll do is we'll then just put this back on, so it goes on like that. You literally just push it back on like that, push all of the clips back on, and there you go. You can now feel, it actually feels like a button again. And there we go, that looks like it's all in, but we'll just double check it. So just click the button, and there we go, car's on. Perfect. Just make sure everything is all in properly, which it is. It's all nice and clipped over. Just push it back in, and that is the red stop start button. I'm done. Also, any questions, if anyone gets stuck, just leave it in the comment section. I'll be willing to help. So guys, there we have it. The pedals are installed, looking really nice. The red stop start button is installed, looking really nice. And we also done the door covers as well. As I said before, this video is only kind of really small mods, just kind of ones that need to get done. And I want to show you guys kind of the whole process, so you got to watch them all. The next video, we got some really cool bits, so make sure you stay tuned. But anyway, next up, we got some projector lights. Also, I forgot to mention, with the red stop starter button, you can actually get them from Slink mods. But I actually bought that on Amazon a while ago, but you can get them from Slink mods. So if you want to get them from Slink mods, get it from Slink mods. Yeah, these are also from Slink mods. This isn't sponsored by Slink mods. They've just hooked me up with loads of stuff, which is really nice of them. So they sent me two different packs to try. One is the M Performance one logo, and one is the BMW logo. I know that these are very love-hate kind of things. I'm aware of that. A lot of people kind of dislike these projector lights, and a lot of people love them. I personally think they're quite cool, but if I don't like them, they're always reversible. So that's what I like. So let's take these out. I just need to see which ones these are a minute. So we'll pry this one out. So guys, I don't know if you can see that, but it is bright daylight, but there's actually the BMW logo on my hand, so that will project on the floor really nicely. It literally fits just like OEM as well, so like that's the original one, and you literally just plug the new one in with the adapter, and literally that's it. But at night, that is going to look awesome. Now I do actually have another pack which I'm going to try and see what logo that is. I don't know if it's the M Performance one, I'm not too sure, but I'll have a little play with that. Now those doors are done, I've just got to do the same to the other one. I was a bit surprised because the rear ones don't have lights underneath, like there's no light socket. I didn't know if it was just mine, but it turns out Ollie's M140I doesn't have them either. So I guess it's just a thing with the 5 doors, they don't have rear lights. But anyway guys, that is where I'm going to wrap up this video. What I'll do is I'll do the other ones off camera with the other lights, there's no point, it's just the same process over again. But honestly, it's just a case of unprying the old one, plugging the new back in, and that's it. It's literally, it's as simple as that. So I just want to say a massive thank you to Slink Mods for sending out most of these products, and also a massive shout out to Carbon My Ride for sponsoring today's video. Honestly, I really appreciate it, guys. Sending out a picture of my pride and joy and also sponsoring a video. I honestly can't thank you enough. It really helps support the channel, and it's going to help the growth of 2021 on the channel. It's going to be amazing. If you haven't already, please make sure you leave a like rating, also comment and subscribe, so I'd love to hear your feedback. But I shall catch you guys very shortly on another BMW M140i modifications video.